Imagine a quiet moment, a gentle hug after the storm has passed, your child's breath evening out, their small body relaxed in your arms. This peace is not an accident, it is a destination. It is the profound connection that awaits on the other side of the chaos. The journey there begins not with discipline or control, but with a simple, powerful shift in understanding. It starts with seeing the tantrum not as a battle to be won, but as a desperate call to be heard. A call that you, as their parent, are uniquely equipped to answer with compassion, transforming your home one heartfelt breath at a time. The wail begins, a sound that feels like it can shatter glass and your composure all at once. It rises from the depths of your child's small body, a raw, primal scream of frustration. Their back arches, fists clench, and legs kick against the cold, hard floor of the grocery store aisle. Every eye turns toward you, and in that moment, the world shrinks to the size of this public spectacle. You feel a flush of heat creep up your neck, embarrassment, helplessness, a rising tide of your own frustration. Let's dissect the storm itself moment by painful moment. It often starts with a trigger, something that seems impossibly small to us. A broken crayon, the wrong color cup, the simple, non-negotiable word no. This trigger is the spark that ignites the kindling, tired, hungry, overstimulated. The first signs are subtle. A whine that deepens in pitch, a lower lip that begins to tremble, a stiffness that enters their small frame. This is the point of no return. The emotional wave begins to crest. Logical reasoning is washed away completely. As the meltdown escalates, it becomes a full-body experience. The screaming is not for attention in the way we often think. It is a release of overwhelming neurological energy. Their body is flooded with stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, pushing them into a state of fight or flight. This is why they may throw themselves on the ground. They are not trying to hurt you or be defiant. To truly understand a tantrum, we must attempt to see the world from a toddler's perspective, a mere 2 or 3 feet off the ground. Imagine a world of giants. Decisions are made for you. Desires are overlooked. You are just beginning to understand you are a separate person with your own powerful will, yet you lack the words to express the complex needs and frustrations bubbling inside. You want the red ball not because you're spoiled, but because its redness is everything in that moment. This burgeoning sense of self and drive for autonomy crashes against immovable walls of reality and parental rules. We have to leave the park now. You can't eat that off the floor. It's time to put your shoes on. For a toddler, these feel like profound injustices. Desire to explore test limits assert independence, healthy, vital development. Tantrums are often the explosive result of this fundamental conflict, inner drive meeting an unyielding external boundary. Furthermore, a toddler's life is governed by things they cannot control. They are tired before they can say, "I'm tired." They are hungry before they can say, "I need a snack." They are overstimulated long before they can ask for quiet. The secret to understanding tantrums lies hidden within the architecture of the developing brain. A toddler's brain is a remarkable work in progress, growing at a pace that will never be repeated in their lifetime. However, this growth is uneven. The parts of the brain responsible for big raw emotions, the amygdala located in the primitive lower brain, are well developed from birth. This is their emotional gas pedal. It is powerful, reactive, and responsible for those intense feelings of fear, frustration, rage. In contrast, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain located right behind the forehead, is the brain's braking system. This is the sophisticated upstairs brain responsible for rational thought, impulse control, problem-solving, emotional regulation. In a toddler, this region is still under massive construction. The neural pathways connecting the emotional lower brain to the logical upper brain are sparse and slow. When a big feeling erupts from the amygdala, the prefrontal cortex simply doesn't have the capacity to step in and say, "Whoa, let's calm down and think about this." This neurological imbalance is the very definition of a tantrum. It is a lower brain takeover. The emotional, reactive part of the brain floods their system, effectively shutting down access to the thinking, reasoning part of their brain. This is not a choice they are making. It is a biological reality of their age and developmental stage. Asking a toddler in the throes of a tantrum to use their words or calm down is like asking someone to solve a complex math problem while their house is on fire. So when the storm hits, your first and most important task is to manage your own emotional response. Your child's dysregulation will seek out yours, so you must become the calm eye of the hurricane. Take a deep, slow breath. Unclench your jaw. Remind yourself, this is not an emergency. This is a biological process. My child is overwhelmed, and my calmness is their lifeline. By regulating your own nervous system first, you create an anchor of safety that your child can tether themselves to, even if they are unable to show it in the moment. Next, shift your focus from stopping the behavior to connecting with the feeling underneath it. Get down on their level physically. If they allow it, move closer, but respect their physical space if they are lashing out. Use simple, validating language. You are not agreeing with their demands. You are acknowledging their emotional reality. You are so sad we have to leave the park. It is so hard to stop playing. You feel really angry that the block tower fell down. You worked so hard on it. This verbal mirror shows them that you see them and you are on their side. Avoid trying to reason, lecture, or teach a lesson in the middle of the meltdown. Remember, their thinking brain is offline. It is like trying to have a polite conversation in the middle of a hurricane. While we cannot prevent all tantrums, we can create an environment that makes them far less likely. The most effective strategy is proactive, not reactive, and it begins with tending to your child's basic needs. Think of your toddler like a small plant that needs the right conditions to thrive. Are they getting enough sleep? Are they eating nutritious food at regular intervals? A well-rested, well-fed toddler has a much higher capacity for emotional regulation than one who is tired and hungry. Pay attention to their natural rhythms and anticipate their needs before they become desperate. Structure and predictability are deeply calming for a young child. When their world feels predictable, they feel safe and in control, which reduces their overall stress level. Simple routines for waking up, meals, bedtime can create a comforting rhythm for their day. Give them transition warnings before switching activities. For example, in 5 minutes we are going to put the toys away and get ready for your bath. This small courtesy respects their focus and gives their brain time to prepare for the shift, making a power struggle less probable. The tantrum has subsided. The tears have slowed. Ragged breaths are evening out. Quiet, tender moment after the storm, just as important as the storm itself. Your child is likely exhausted, vulnerable, disoriented. This is not the time for lectures. It is the time for gentle, unconditional reconnection. Your first move should be one of physical comfort. Offer a hug, offer a cuddle on the sofa, or simply sit close by, calming presence soothing their nervous system. Once they feel settled and safe, briefly label what happened. This helps build emotional vocabulary. Use simple, non-judgmental language. Wow, that was a big feeling. You were so angry when it was time to turn off the television. You're naming, not shaming. This helps the developing brain link internal states to words, foundational for future emotional regulation. This is also a moment to offer a simple, loving repair. Model accountability and empathy without placing blame. I love you, and I'm always here for you, even when you feel mad or sad. In the echo of a tantrum, a parent's own big feelings often come to the surface. It is easy to feel touched out, overwhelmed, profoundly depleted. You may feel a deep sense of failure, wondering what you are doing wrong that your child is so unhappy. Or you might feel a spike of anger and resentment, frustrated by the constant defiance and chaos. These feelings are normal. They are human. It is crucial to acknowledge your own emotional experience with the same compassion you offer your child. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Parenting a toddler is one of the most demanding jobs on the planet. It is not a journey meant to be taken in isolation. The feeling that every other parent has it all together is a myth. Behind closed doors, other parents are navigating the same storms. They are feeling love and exasperation. Reaching out to a trusted friend, a partner, or a support group can be a lifeline, reminding you that your struggles are shared and you are not alone. Look at your sleeping child tonight. See the gentle rise and fall of their chest, the peaceful expression on their face. This is the same child who, hours earlier, may have been a whirlwind of fury and tears. Both are true. Both are them. The tantrums do not define them, just as a storm does not define the sky. They are temporary weather patterns that pass through, leaving the landscape changed, and often more deeply rooted than before. These moments of intensity will not last forever. This developmental stage is fleeting. With every tantrum you navigate with empathy, you are doing more than just surviving. You are actively building your child's brain. You are laying down the neural pathways for resilience. You are laying down the neural pathways for emotional intelligence. You are laying down the neural pathways for secure attachment. You are teaching them that all feelings are acceptable, even the big, scary ones. You are showing them that they can count on you to be their safe harbor, no matter how high the emotional seas get. This is a profound gift, rippling through their life, influencing future relationships and their sense of self-worth. Think back to the beginning of this journey. The parent in the grocery store, feeling judged and helpless. Now see yourself armed with a new understanding. The meltdown is not a mark of failure, but a signal of need. You have tools not to control, but to connect. You have the power to be the calm in their storm. This shift won't make tantrums vanish overnight, but it will transform your experience of them. Fear and frustration can be replaced with compassion and with confidence. So, the next time the storm begins to gather, take a breath. Remember the secret. You are the anchor. You are the guide. This is not a battle to be won, but a dance of connection. In these messy moments, in these loud moments, in these challenging moments, you are forging a bond stronger than any storm. You are teaching the most important lesson, that love remains when the noise fades. And that peace you imagined with your child relaxed in your arms is not just a dream. It is the shore you will reach together.